Hey guys, it's been over a month since I dropped any video, so I thought why not come back and do an EDC for you guys. It's my very first time doing an EDC, so bear with me if it gets a little bit glitchy here and there. These are just the things that I'm carrying every day in and out, either at the house or if I'm gonna step out to do something or to go meet some friends or just maybe go work at a different location. And by the way, there's a massive spring sale going on either on these brands' websites or Amazon. So go check those. I'm going to do my best to put every link below, but go do your homework and do some of the legwork as well so you guys go find those deals. So welcome to the channel. My name is Kaimar Salizi, and this is where I share my love for tech and desk setups. And I have a huge announcement to make. If you've been a part of the channel for the last year or even the past months, you are going to be shocked what we're going to be doing, but just stay to the end of the video. All right, to start things off, the backpack itself. This guy is the 151 stealth backpack from Grams 28. Grams 28, they make super crazy and I want to say one of the most luxurious and almost like everyday style type of backpacks and slings. So I really like the material. This is Italian leather and I'm using these things for a number of reasons. One is the compartment. So on the very front, there's a pouch right here that you could just drop, for example, either your wallet or just, I want to say maybe your passport, I don't know. On the back side, before we go to the main compartment, they also have this little area right here that you can, I want to say, maybe put your wallet as well. Just depends. If you're on a trip, maybe you don't want your wallet here on the front because, people might, steal it or just pickpocket. So maybe you want it closer to your body. So this could be the great pocket for it. And for traveling again, they do have this, I want to say a loop, almost like a loop on this side that you can put your trolley in there and that makes it much easier to carry. In the front, this basically is a flip up lip. You have these two zipper areas right here that you can, I want to say, maybe drop like cables or things that you just want to like grab really quick, maybe like an ID card or something like that. And on the inside, they have these compartments. They have actually dividers. If you're going to be carrying a camera, that's perfect because you can section this for that. But not only that, it has a lot of storage as well on the inside, on this side right here. So on the back, that's when you have the area for you to drop your laptop or your iPad. So I carry a 14-inch MacBook with me, fits perfectly. So this one is like a quick access pocket. Like it doesn't go all the way down, but it's also nice and padded. So most of the items that I carry that I want to have access to them really quickly, most of the times I defer to this pocket right here. So that is really dope. So that's the 151 backpack. That is my everyday carry. So next is this braided cable. This is a 10-foot USB-C to USB-C with 20 gigabits and 4K 60 hertz. So essentially it's a data cable, but why it's 10 feet is just because if I'm going to be out and about and I need to charge my phone or even my laptop and the outlet is far away from me, I don't want to have to, like, for example, if I'm at the airport, I need to like go sit next to the outlet. I could just stretch my cable all the way there and I'm good to go. I carry the Ultra Watch 1 pretty much every day, but I wanted to experiment with some bands and these are pretty cheap, affordable brands that I found on Amazon. I just wanted to give them a try to see how they stack up and they are pretty decent. Just a few things though. With some of these cheaper brands, I noticed that the fitting is not perfect. So when you are switching your bands around, it might get a little bit, stuck. So you kind of need to like figure with it a little bit. I liked it because it just came with like an assortment of colors. And for the most part, they do look really good. It just depends on, which color you like. One thing that's so very disappointing is that they dirty up so freaking fast. So I wear my watch pretty much all the time. And I get it with the daily usage, these things can happen. But sometimes I'm not doing much. Sometimes there are weeks like I'm just on my desk really like working and it seems to just pick up dirt like faster. So it could be the material. Yeah, you get what you pay for. But these, I thought it was worth mentioning just because I carry my watch all the time and I'm always swapping my bands out. Now, the item that I'm most excited about are the Ray-Ban Metas that I'm wearing right now. So this was a gift by my wife and I had to customize these guys because I went to a vision center to test them out first. And that's what I recommend you guys do if you guys gonna get the Meta Ray-Bans. And I'm glad I went to try these out before I bought them because the regular size would not fit my face. So these are the large models and these are transition lenses, meaning when I'm indoors, they're all clear. And when I'm outside, they turn dark just depending on how much sunlight is hitting my face. And I got the matte version. I didn't think I was going to use this thing so much, but every single day I'm using this way more than I thought I would because they have speakers. So basically I'm just answering calls without needing to have my phone with me or even like using like earbuds on my phone. It's so convenient. And on this side right here, basically you have your touch controls that you can answer calls or you can play music. For example, you can skip track, next track, backtrack. And of course, on the top, you have this trigger button right here. That is your camera control that you can take photos or record videos. And you have, of course, the camera on this side. On this side, I believe that's the Meta AI. So for example, if you ask the Meta AI what's in front of you, it pretty much describes what is seen. And it's pretty accurate for all the times I tried it. Whatever you do when you're up and about, you can just talk to the Meta AI and he can reply the text to you. So that is so freaking useful to me because I'm always doing something. And sometimes I don't want to go to my phone and just text. So just, telling the AI to respond is very useful. And of course, those POV shots. At first, I was concerned because I think the record limit on these glasses was a minute max, but I think they must have dropped an update that I didn't know. So now it's 3 minutes. So that's really clutch. And of course, he only records like in 1080. The picture is really sharp. I've got to give you that. But I would love to see Meta turn that into also like a horizontal video. So for example, for someone that is a YouTuber like me, having the ability to just put this on and basically record horizontal videos, that would be so much clutch. But yeah, so when I'm doing product unboxings, this thing is so useful because I don't need to put a strap on my neck and put my phone in front of my face just to do, a POV shot. I can just do straight from here and it's freaking cool. And because this is a collab with Ray-Ban, they kept the design of the cases pretty similar to what you get when you order Ray-Ban glasses, but this case is powered and that's where you drop your glasses when you need to like charge them. And basically they drop right here on this, I want to say 2 pins, and you have a button on the back. And of course you got to charge this case, but it holds power very well. Don't quote me, but I want to say it can charge my glasses maybe like 2 or 3 times without needing a full charge again. So that's pretty convenient. So these Ray-Bans are not perfect, but I think they serve a purpose for what they're supposed to do. This thing fits for what I needed to do. For my workhorse, I have the MacBook M4 Pro. This one is the 24 gigs with 12 core GPU, 12 core CPU, and 16 GPU with 500 gigabits. So it's not maxed out because I have a NAS. So all my content, all my files, of course, I do content, I store on my NAS. So nothing basically stays on this device. So this is basically just for power and processing. And that's what I use on a daily, even with my setup. I dock this because I don't like to start my work from one device and then have to move to another device. And I don't know if I forgot a tab or a file. So I like to just keep everything on my laptop. And this is the same machine that I use when I'm editing or if I'm gonna go out of the house. The M4 Pro chips are incredibly fast. These things shocked me. I was able to run Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, After Effects, Photoshop, and Lightroom without even flickering or slowing down the machine. Especially if you're doing like graphic design or 3D modeling, I think this thing can handle it. For me, it's my workhorse. Anything I throw at it, it just takes it. So that's what I loved about this thing. And again, because I have all my files on my NAS, I don't think I'm gonna max out this thing anytime soon. The next thing I carry in case I'm gonna get into any meeting is this guy right here. This is the Obsbot Tiny Tool Lite. With MacBooks and iPads, I don't think Apple is dedicated to really improve our webcams. I still feel like those look like a potato when you're in a meeting. So that's why I carry this thing right here. This webcam is a gimbal design with a half CMOS sensor with 4K quality up to 30 frames per second. It has a tracking mode that can follow you around so you can stand up, you can walk around, it will keep you in frame. The software has a ton of features that you can choose to focus on your face, upper body, or a wider angle. For example, if you're going to be presenting on a board or something. And to activate the tracking mode is really easy. All you got to do is raise your hand and it's just going to follow you around from there. And of course, it's the same to deactivate it. Because they built this model to be lighter, it actually already comes with its own stand and the little lip that you can put over your monitor so it doesn't fall. Now, with something so small and portable, you're going to think they skip on audio, but you're wrong. Because it has dual omnidirectional microphones on the front with 3 levels of noise cancellation, and the software is augmented to pick up human voices. So if you have, for example, like a keyboard next to you and you're typing, it's not going to pick up those sounds. It's just going to focus on your voice so they're not distracting to others inside of a meeting. And it's nice to have on your kit just because you want a quality webcam if you're going to take a meeting somewhere else. For power, I keep this guy right here. This is the Belkin 20,000 milliamp hour battery that has a display on the front that I can see how much charge it has. It has 65 watts of charging capability with 3 ports total, 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A. And the USB-Cs, they're in and out, meaning you use it to charge your device, but it also charges the power bank itself. So I keep this guy because if I'm in a pinch, I can charge my laptop with this and of course all my other devices. And not only that, it charges freaking quick. And I like the display, of course, in the front that you can see how much charge is left, or when you charge the power bank, how long till full power. The only thing is that it doesn't have like a USB-C that it's already integrating to the power bank that you can see with some power banks that are coming out today out there, but sometimes you don't need that. Up to me, this is perfect. Just the way I use it, I like it. But sometimes I don't want to use this. So whenever I want to charge my phone and not have that with a cable going on, I use the MagSafe power bank by Belkin as well. It also has a USB-C in and out port with one button on the other side for you to trigger the indicators on the back to see how much charge is left. On the back, you have a quick stand, which is dope if you want to have your phone propped up. And for max capacity, it has 5,000 milliamps and charged at 15 watts, and it supports Qi 2 technology. So it's not just for iPhones. You can also pair this with other Androids or other phones as long as they have Qi 2 technology. For my power brick, I'm keeping things light and I'm using this cute guy right here. This is a 30-watt power brick from Ugreen, and it looks like a small robot with boots on it, but if you remove the boots, that's where you have your plug right there. And on the top, it looks like it has headphones on, but that's where you also have your USB-C access point right there. So when you're charging, the small LCD screen in the front actually lights up and it kind of makes like a smiley face, which is fun. But yeah, 30 watts is more than enough. That's why it's on my ADC. And because I shoot content, I also keep a set of microphones on me. These are the HoloLens. And what I like about these guys is everything just fits in one case. And on the case, you only get one USB-C receiver because the iPhones are also USB-C now. And the transmitters, instead of being magnetic, almost like clips. That is nice because the microphone is actually on the smaller side. So it can be way more stealthy than something like this. And all you gotta do is grip this onto your shirt, or even like me, that do unboxings just on my wrist. Super useful. And of course, it also comes with the camera transmitter. So that is nice. For quality, they are incredible. If you actually press this button on the side, you can turn on and off noise cancellation. So you can be out on a very noisy environment. This thing's got you. And I'm in Texas. Dehydration is a thing, so I keep with me a Lark bottle. I forgot the model of this one. This one I picked up like last year, and I just like it. It holds cold water for, I want to say, 24 hours. And it has a water purification system on the lid. So if you want to spring, or if you're in the outdoors and you just want to get some spring water, but you want to still purify it, it has almost like an ultraviolet light that you can just push the tab and it will trigger that for you. I don't do that. I'm not crazy like that. But yeah, it's just a solid bottle. And finally, what case I'm using on my phone. This is the Taurus O-Spin case. I don't know if you've seen these cases out there. I believe there's a lot of designs right now, but Taurus is the original designer of these cases that basically you can prop it up in different ways. You have a ring that you can put your phone also horizontally or vertically. You can also use it to hold your phone better so your phone doesn't slip through your hands. And for the iPhone 60 Pro, they left a cutout on the side so you can access the camera control. But not only that, this thing can handle up to 12 feet drop. I tried it. I'm not gonna try it again, but this case is super strong. They come in different colors. I also have a clear one that doesn't turn yellow. So that's my EDC. Let me know in the comments below, what do you have on your EDC? Are you a backpack type of person? Are you a wallet and keys type of guy? As long as you have your phone, you're good. Believe me, I have those days too. But I'm curious, what do you guys have on your backpacks or your tech survival kits? Again, all the links to the products I showed on this video are going to be in the description below. But wait, I didn't forget about the announcement. And I am going to give you more details in the next videos. But basically, I'm moving the Batcave to a new studio. I'm super excited because it's going to be a ton of projects. I'm going to build that space to the ground up. I'm going to do a tour. I'm going to show you guys where we're going to start from. I'm going to do things a little bit differently because I've tried to do my studio first and then show you guys. But I figure I might as well just take you guys along the process and you guys give me suggestions and we do this together. So I'm very excited about that, but stay tuned for more videos in the future where I'm going to drop more details and possibly, like I said, do a series on it. So I'm very excited about that, but see you guys on the next video. Kaimar signing out. Peace.